Hello, this is Brian Mandola, and for the next half hour, I'll be reading from the April 13th, 2026, Volume 3, Issue 15, issue of the Chautauqua Gazette on the Niagara Frontier radio reading service. Let's get started. Home is Where Peace Lives. Featured writer, Megan Keir. As a young woman, I ventured out into my hometown of Dunkirk, New York, to see the world and serve the U.S. Army. Because of this, I have lived in 17 different homes across 5 states and 2 countries in the last 25 years, with 2 children tagging along. The biggest and most valuable lesson I have learned throughout all of this is simple. Making any space a home is not just about the things you put into it. It's also about matching the needs and comforts of your lifestyle and creating a calm and recharging space for your family. And after years of starting at unfamiliar places, I learned that adopting a few simple habits can turn any space into a kind of space where your family can breathe, be together, and feel at peace. With spring upon us, Chautauqua County, it's perfect time to be learning these life lessons. Here are a few tips of life. Here's a few tips from a life spent making home whether the orders are sent to me. Starting with Command Central. I learned that the hard way without dedicating spots for more important documents, calendars, and incoming mail. The chaos of moving multiplies fast. One of the first things I set up in the new home was what I called Command Central. This can be a small corner or a big office, whatever space you can spare will do, with a filing system, a family calendar, and a place to sort out mail in the moment. Comes through the door. I've carried this habit with me along with my military life, and it's still a lifesaver when you can sit down in one spot with your important paperwork, phone numbers, and upcoming dates right there at your fingertips. The rest of the house and the rest of the life feels so much more manageable. If it doesn't work for you, let it go. Moving constantly forced me to reckon with our belongings when a move was coming. I started taking stock of things we had collected along the way and began donating them or disposing of anything with no longer used, was not sentimental, did not fit into our lifestyle. You don't need a move to apply this tactic. As a tactical spring cleaning this year, pick up each item and ask yourself, would I pack this in a box and carry it with me to a new home? If the answer is no, thank it for its service and let it go. Donate it, gift it, or recycle it. Your closet and your mind feel so much lighter. Make every room do its duty. In a small military housing, we couldn't afford wasted space. Every room had to have a clear purpose. The dining room table was for meals and homework. The living room was for family time, not for backpacks, laundry, or toys that you were not actively playing with. Give each space your home a specific role this spring and let it serve as a role with honor. Go on peacekeeping missions. We all get overwhelmed by the outside world sometimes. That's exactly why it's so important to create what I like to call pockets of peace in your home. Find the colors, styles, and activities that bring your family calm. Maybe that means setting grandma an antique chair in a sunny corner with a plant and a good stack of books. Maybe it's a den decked out of Buffalo Bills gear to maximize the joy you get from watching Josh Allen jump over stuff. Whether it brings you and your family peace, find a spot that makes it your oasis from the chaos of life. You may think that this is a non-necessity, but I have learned that having a peaceful space, whether you recharge, gives you rest, relaxation, mental clarity. You need to take care of the loads of things that you must do every single day. Be at home wherever you are. Spring cleaning isn't already about scrubbing baseboards and reorganizing the pantry, though those things are satisfying too. At its heart, it's about creating a space where your family can land softly, where the outside world quiets down, and the people you love most can just be together. Enjoy time spent at home. No matter how many times life uproots you, home is something you build with intention, not an addressing on a piece of paper. Chautauqua County will always be home for me, wherever I am. I take it with me in my heart like a prized possession. Happy spring, Chautauqua County. Our next article, Spring Organization, Why Hiring a Professional Pays Off. Featured writer, Deborah Ferrer. As the day grows longer, the seasons shift. My homeowners feel familiar urge to refresh and reorganize their spaces. Spring cleaning often begins with good intention, but without a clear plan, it can quickly become overwhelming. For those unsure where to start, hiring a professional designer can be a worthwhile investment that ultimately saves both time and money. A professional designer does far more than suggest where to place furniture or storage bins. They take the time to understand how a homeowner truly lives in their space, how rooms are used, what routines look like, and where frustrations arise. Through detailed consultations, designers access both practical needs and professional services, creating custom solutions that reflect each client's lifestyle. This collaborative process builds trust, ensures that at the end result is not only visually appealing, but also highly functional. One of the key advantages of working with a designer is the ability to create efficient layouts that maximize every inch of space. Clutter often stems from poor organization rather than lack of storage, and professionals are trained to address both. By focusing in on form and function, they craft environments where everything has a purpose and a place. Their knowledge of spatial planning and clearances and product integration helps prevent costly mistakes and ensures that projects are executed correctly for the first time. Designers also stay ahead of the industry trends in ways that are not always visible to general public. By attending trade shows, networking with suppliers, and participating in continuous education, they gain early access to new products, materials, and innovations. Many of these items are introduced to a trade professionals before becoming widely available, giving clients the opportunity to incorporate fresh, modern elements into their homes. Spring is especially an ideal time for updates, as new product lines often arrive following major industry events. Beyond design expertise, professionals bring organization and efficiency to the entire project process. From the outset, they develop comprehensive plans and detailed material lists, ensuring what nothing is overlooked. This level of preparation eliminates the need for multiple trips to the store and reduces the likelihood of purchasing incorrect or unnecessary items. In the long run, this careful planning can significantly reduce stress, preventing delays, and keep products within budget. Another important benefit is to access trade-only resources and trusted suppliers. Designers often maintain strong relationships with vendors and specialized manufacturers, allowing clients to choose from high-quality, durable products that may not be available through standard retail channels. These relationships often provide an added layer of support. If an item arrives damaged or incorrect, designers can work directly with their contacts to resolve issues quickly and efficiently. Sometimes this is often more difficult when purchasing through a large online retailer. Working with professionals, designers are often and suppliers support the local economy. Many designers collaborate closely with regional businesses, including suppliers, installers, and craftspeople. This network not only ensures a high level of service and accountability, but also keeps the investment within the community. Unlike large impersonal retailers, local professionals are deeply invested in their work and in the satisfaction of their clients. Ultimately, hiring a professional designer is more than just aesthetics. It's about creating a home that's worth seamlessly everyday life. One is one that is organized, efficient, and tailored to the people who live in them. This spring, instead of tackling organization alone, consider partnering with a professional to transform your space with clarity, confidence, and lasting results. With our 25 years of expertise in the construction industry, Deborah Farrer has built a career of specializing in kitchen and bathroom design and remodeling since 2009. A graduate of Villa Maria College and with high honors in interior design, she blends technical expertise with design sensibility that prioritizes functionality and creativity. In 2023, she founded the Deborah Farrer Design Studio in downtown Dunkirk, where she focuses on adaptive reuse and space transformation. Deborah worked has earned her Chautauqua County's Best of the Best Interior Designer honors in both 2024 and 2025, which reflects her passion for craftsmanship, innovation, and client-centered design. Our next headline, Spring Cleaning Checklist, a mildly chaotic guide to becoming a better person, or at least finding your floor again. Marketing Director Shannon Nixon. Spring is here, the birds are chirping, the flowers are blooming, and your closet just tried to avalanche on you and when you open it. This can only mean one thing. It's time for spring cleaning, the annual tradition of pretending we're in control of our lives. Before you panic, though, take a peek at our official spring checklist. Step 1, air it all out. Let fresh spring air into your home as we escape through the clutches of a long winter and immediately sneeze from the dust that has been collecting all summer long, or for some of us since the summer of 2020. Step 2, the Be Honest closet test. These clothes are back in the closet again since 1999. The ones you swear you'll wear again. It's time to ask yourself 3 important questions. Does this fit? Do I like this? Am I keeping this solely out of guilt or nostalgia for a different version of myself? If the answer is, I might need this for a specific imaginary event, it's time to part ways with it. Step 3, the sock reckoning. Gathering all solitary socks. Hold a brief memorial service for ones that have lost their twin. Now you must decide. Keep them as rags or accept that somewhere in a parallel universe thriving entirely of your missing socks. Step 4, clean something you usually ignore. Baseboards, light switches, the top of the fridge, that one mysteriously sticky spot on the floor that you've been stepping on for months. Bonus points if you say, wow, this place looks amazing, after cleaning exactly one thing. I'm guilty of it too. Step 5, the junk drawer of truth. Dump it all. Dump it all out. Marvel at 37 pens that don't work. That one key to the lock that you no longer own. A charger for a device that existed at the turn of the century. Keep the things you recognize and release everything else. The why do I own this again? Audit. Walk through your home. Pick up random objects. If your reaction is, when did I get this? Consider donating. If your reaction is, this sparks joy, congratulations, keep it. If your reaction is, this might be important someday, it probably will not be. Step 7, bathroom cabinet reality check. Throw out expired products. Be honest about products you tried once and hated, and the fancy things you're saving for no reason. Reminder, you are allowed to use the nice stuff now. You're alive. It's spring. Step 8, the 5-minute productivity sweep. Set a timer for 5 minutes and clean like someone important is about to visit. Stop dramatically when the timer ends and says, "That's enough for today." Step 9. Add something fresh. A plant, real or aspirational, flowers, or a candle that smells like you have your life together. This step is less about cleaning and more about emotional well being. Step 10. Sit down and admire your work. Look around your slightly cleaner space. Ignore the one corner that you avoided. Tell yourself you did your best and prepare your cleaning strategy for the next day. For now, enjoy the fruits of your labor. Brew yourself a cup of fresh coffee. Kick up your feet and relax on your freshly spruced up patio furniture and breathe. Well, of course, that's spring air. Remember, the spring cleaning ritual, like New York resolutions, doesn't demand perfection. Instead, embrace the process and the progress that you've made. Celebrate the fresh starts and throw away the instructional manual you've been holding on to for that just in case moment. You are listening to a reading of articles and features of the Chautauqua Gazette on the Niagara Frontier radio reading service. Our next article, editorial with Laura Cornell. It's All About the Clean by Laura Cornell. I resisted the temptation to change the title of Megan Keir's exceptional cover story from "Home is Where Peace Lives" to "A Clean Home is Where Peace Lives," as I debated the truth in my later assumption. As someone who works from home, I have a routine, and I'd venture to guess I'm not alone. I start nearly to work every day, which entails the responsibilities like designing, financing, editing, and marketing the Chautauqua Gazette by cleaning my kitchen. I'm sure you're saying, but what do the Cornell family dishes have to do with the publishing business? I don't get it. Let me explain. This edition, intending to highlight the local opportunities and professional advice for readers to spring clean their homes, quickly takes shape as more of a mental health hug than a home health celebration. Very often, and quite normally, our urge for our tidy is more creating space for the peace in our lives that Megan is beautifully describes than removing dust mites and shower mold from our families to truly thrive. According to much research, a clean and well-organized home truly is a peaceful home. Cleaning restores order, control over your inanimate objects and intimate surroundings, giving us the space and confidence and a mental space to tackle the more difficult and variable spaces of our lives: relationships, finances, job responsibilities, on and on. You get the idea. According to the Embodied Therapy, an online mental health advisory source, cleaning is an easy way to restore some sense of order. When your brain feels overwhelmed, scrubbing the floors gives you something that you can control. So when we need $5,000 worth of small business supporting ads in order to publish our next edition for our Gazette in 2 days, it helps me get the dishes done first, and or just escape from the mess of my favorite peaceful home away from home, the Bumas Point Library. When the world seems topsy-turvy, there's something seemingly too much on our plates to handle. Perhaps it takes a few minutes to tidy, one space at a time. We can make our lives even a bit cleaner and more organized. We hope our tips and tricks of this edition will help you do just that. Spring is a thought of a fresh start. Why not start with a fresh home first? And check one more thing off your list. Our next article, "It Takes a Community to Raise a Business." Article contributed by Daniel Heitzretter, Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce President and CEO. What does a strong business community look like for you? It's a question we've asked our small business site down across the country. Some of the answers were specific to the community we were in, but many others were universal. Words like communication, trust, participation, and sacrifice come up in every conversation. A small business owner As small business owners, you're frequently the CEO, the janitor, the HR department, and the lead salesperson. It can be a struggle to step away from the daily grind to go to a meeting. Our small business sit downs are an hour away from your business, from your family, from the time that that you can use for yourself. But consider it an opportunity to work on your business rather than just working in your business. The strongest business communities we set and we see are those business owners recognize their success is directly tied to the communities around them. When people take the time to mentor a newer entrepreneur, share an idea, or just conversate over a common struggle, it turns out that it can be viewed as competition over local dollars into collaboration into the community. At a recent meeting, in Faulkner, one participant summed it all like this: what does a strong business community look like? It's this: coming to a small business gatherings like these, sit downs, and make us stronger. A CHQ chamber presents the state of the county. A CHQ chamber is working with the county executive's office this year to provide a more meaningful event to our local business community. This year's breakfast gathering with the county executive will include an actual state of the county address, followed by moderate questions and answers, modern question and answer session, so our guests can feel engaged with topics presented. A CHQ Chamber State of County breakfast will be held Tuesday, April 21st at 8 a.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton at 150 West 4th Street in Jamestown. The cost to attend is $30 for the chamber members and $35 for non-members, which covers breakfast and helps support the ongoing efforts of the CHQ Chamber year-round. Sponsors of the 2026 CHQ Chamber State County event are AHN Westfield Memorial Hospital, Brooks TLC Hospital System, County of Chautauqua Industrial Development Agency, La Bella Associates, Media One Radio Group, National Grid, Philip Light LLP, the State University of New York at Fredonia, and UPMC Chautauqua. Registration is now open through the Chamber of Commerce web calendar at www.chqchamber.org. Our next headline: Chautauqua County Executive P.J. Wendell to deliver the 2026 State of the County Address. 2026 State of the County Address by P.J. Wendell, Chautauqua County Executive of the CHQ Chamber. Contributed by the Chautauqua County. Chautauqua County Executive Paul M. Wendell Jr. will deliver the 2026 State of the County Address on Tuesday, April 21st, offering residents, business leaders, and community partners a forward-looking update of the county's progress and priorities. Hosted in partnership with the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce, this year's event represents a unique opportunity to expand public engagement by bringing the state of the county directly to the community. The gathering will take place between 8 and 9:30 a.m. at the Doubletree by Hilton, Jamestown, and will include a moderated question and answer session led by Chamber of Commerce President and CEO Daniel Heitziner. Quote, Chautauqua County is on a strong and steady path forward. We've made real progress by focusing on what matters most, strengthening our economy, investing in our communities, and delivering results for our residents. Wendell's remarks will highlight key accomplishments from the past year while outlining a strategic vision for continued economic growth, infrastructure investment, and enriched and enhanced community and quality of life in Chautauqua County. Quote, as we look into the future, our focus remains clear: building a strong, prosperous county for the next generation. This is about continuing the momentum we've built together, ensuring Chautauqua County remains a place where people want to live, work, and raise a family. Traditionally, the State of the County Address is delivered to Chautauqua County Legislature. This tradition continued this year with a recording of the address to be presented during the legislature's regular meeting on Wednesday, April 22nd at 6:30 p.m. Quote, we're excited to incorporate the State of County Address to the Chamber's annual County Executive Breakfast this year. Daniel Heitziger, CHQ President and CEO, continues. We hope adding this address will encourage more public to engage with the state of Chautauqua County and guide the substantive Q&A session based on the most up-to-date information from County Executive Wendell. A recording and full presentation will also be available online at chqgov.com. That's chqgov.com, ensuring residents of multiple ways to stay informed and engaged. The April 21st event also offers attendees the opportunity to network with local leaders and stakeholders while gaining insight into the direction of the county government. Registration is $30 for chamber members and $35. For more information, to register with the Chautauqua County Chamber of Commerce website at chqchamber.org. Wrapping up this half hour is the Family Bingo Night on May 16th, 2026. Join us for a fun family-filled event and filled with love. Enjoy a night of laughter, excitement, and lasting memories. Amazing prizes of a Lego set of Spider-Man, Star Wars, Disney, Magic Kingdom, and adult series. Hyber XL Cleveland Golf Driver, tailor-made putter, designer purses from Michael Kors, Kate Spade, Downey & Burke, Marc Jacobs, and $300 and $500 store credits to Uptown Kicks. Limited tickets are available starting on sale until April 19th. Single pack $50, 2-pack $75, and a 4-pack for $175. Bonus fun, enter a chance to win additional prizes in our Chinese auction. There's going to be food and drink, cash bar available, and snacks provided at purchase. For more information, contact Kayla DeRusso at the Sales and Events Manager at 716-490-6417. That's Kayla DeRusso, Sales and Event Manager at 716-490-6417. This event will be held at the Doubletree by Hilton at 150 West 4th Street in Jamestown, New York, 14701. You've been listening to a reading of articles and features from the April 13th, 2026 issue of the Chautauqua Gazette. We read the Chautauqua Gazette on Mondays at 8:30 a.m. Your reader today has been me, Brian Mendola. Thanks for listening. Hope you have a great day and a fantastic tomorrow.
You're listening to the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service. Radio reading serves people who are blind or have a print disability throughout Western New York and Southern Ontario's Niagara Peninsula. From its broadcast studios at 1199 Harlem Road in Cheektowaga, just north of Clinton Street. Almost 40 years and more than 300,000 hours of radio readings to those unable to read printed matter on their own. Our broadcast signal is provided at no charge by WNED. Volunteer radio readers broadcast daily readings of newspapers, magazines, and books. For more information on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, call us at 716-821-5555. Good morning. Welcome to another broadcast day on the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, a private not-for-profit organization. As always, please feel free to contact us with your comments, suggestions, any questions you may have. Our phone number here is area code 716-821-5555. Our agency website is nfradioreading.org. Our mailing address is the Niagara Frontier Radio Reading Service, 1199 Harlem Road, Buffalo, New York, 14227. Our broadcast studios are located at that same address, 1199 Harlem Road in Cheektowaga, between William and Clinton Streets. As I mentioned, feel free to contact us with your comments, suggestions, or questions, and stay with us. Our Read the Buffalo News is coming up in just a moment.
The following program is intended for listeners who are blind, have low vision, or are